can't kill him. There's nothing we can do. He's gonna be like infallible. So we got to do something. But yeah, that's where we're at on like current like quest lines and stuff, and what we've been doing. What the priority list is for the immediate future. Welcome everyone. I saw some people slipped in while I was doing that.
Yes,
Because
thankfully it was
I'm
a
just that
short call.
appealing that everybody came to see.
Yeah. Welcome everyone.
Perfect timing.
It's the recap was beautifully done as always. Thank you, Metro.
No problem.
And with
I'm sure I
that,
missed stuff, but
I mean, once again, like outside of you getting the notes from me from session 1 of the previous campaign and doing an audiobook of that, I think you're pretty thorough, bud. So, yeah, we'll hop in here. You guys had finished, if I remember correctly, the last thing you'd done was some shopping, and it had gone pretty well. You got what you needed, and it was getting rather late at night, so you guys were in the process of heading to bed, if I remember correctly. You kind of like retired from the market place, which luckily is open all hours. So you guys had decided to head back to the ship, the closest thing to safe haven here, and get some rest. Did anybody have anything alternate to do on the way back there in case it just hadn't come to you or has come to you since? Okay,
Mm-mm.
fair enough. Yeah, then as you guys head back to the ship, get your various quarters ready for sleep or trance or popcorn. Uh, yeah, there's
Movie,
popcorn here. You can get
movie
popcorn
night.
pick. Yeah,
Movie night.
yeah. Um, I would say specifically as everybody beds down or goes towards hibernation of some sort. Um, Purser, since your death, we'll say, you have gained an insight into just how thin the barriers between planes truly are. You're right on the cusp of a breakthrough about the whole thing. You just know it. It feels like it's kind of a hair beyond your grasp, but you're getting there. Um, and you fall asleep after doing what I imagine is probably pretty frequent inspections of the Transcend key. Like that thing has been immensely helpful in studying stuff. It's very complex, as one would expect
It's
from
a fascinating little device.
yeah, it's you haven't seen this done very often, but instead of just doing a more mundane circuit, they within the crystal of it, they did like a very complex arcane circuit that's 3D, kind of goes out in all directions. So it's quite interesting to just study, ponder, one might say. But and as you kind of pass out after having looked through it, your dreams begin normally enough, but then shift towards something strange. The landscape changes to become a barren desert, and there's something calling to you out in the dunes. 100 voices all murmuring at once, trying to draw you forward. What did your dream self do, Purser?
Well, I think we're gonna be beckoned forward.
Fair enough. Yeah. Eventually, you see a grand city shimmering in. At first, you think it's a heat haze, but as you get closer, it doesn't really come into. It doesn't come into detail any further. All you can tell is that it's of a staggering size, and that the overall building material is a gray crystal, or crystal-like material that it's made of. The air should be, like an oven based on just looking around you, this sun-scorched landscape, but it doesn't really bother you as you move forward, the murmurs slowly rising in volume. Pick, well, a little bit of a transition. Pick, you're doing your nighttime dream rounds. Connie was interesting, but it's you don't want to get stale, and Purser's have been fun too since his whole resurrection thing. But you notice his quarters are lit up by a faint white glow as you wander over. What would you like to do?
She'll go in.
That is fair. As
She
you
might
go
try to
in,
sneak in.
that's also fair. I feel like you're sneaking by default on this, but that is fair. Yeah, you're fairly certain no one noticed you as you creep into his like cordoned off area. You see a crystalline orb that's glowing a bright white light next to Purser's bed. It's light. That's where the main source of light is coming from, and it's illuminating Purser pretty well.
Does it
But
feel like lamp?
it does not feel like lamp, and
Oh.
your second sight shows that there's a lot more than light happening. Um, there's like a weird purplish energy coming out of it that seems to be bleeding into Purser's dream. You swear you can hear voices in it, a lot of voices. Purser, meanwhile, the shimmering city becomes both more and less clear as you get closer. One moment it's abandoned ruins, the next you're looking at a city filled with cyclopses moving through the air and floating as if it's a school of fish. Then it's ruins again, then it's overgrown with strange fleshy lumps. The voice is calling... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Does she see what he sees? Like, is she able to watch what he's dreaming through it? Or
You're catching glimpses, but it's oddly distorted. And the voices are getting loud enough that you're like sensing them through the vision. I say
she's gonna
sight, but
sit down and watch carefully,
noises too.
but she's ready to like whack the shit out of that thing.
Okay, that thing being Purser. Like,
no, the orb thing. Actually,
Oh,
probably better to wake Purser up. She would.
Okay.
She's gonna get a cloth ready to like sack the circle thing. So she's squatting over him with like a a pillowcase effectively, and is just watching very carefully. And she's waiting to like hit him with her little hands in the front, and she's holding the bag in her upper hands to like sack the ball and kick, like punch him, like push him at the same time, like slap him in the face a bunch, like whap 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 whap.
My mind immediately went to just like putting a bunch of doorknobs in a pillowcase and beating someone with it. That is where my mind.
Get up, Purser.
But yeah, Purser, the voices calling you have gotten loud enough now that you can make out words. It's all terminology related to portals and planar travel, although it's like if somebody ran like 8 technical documents through a speak and spell and just turned it to max volume and just had it screaming. So you're picking up words, but it is really hard to figure out any of the context, or if there is context. It is deafening. And yeah, Purser does not, like, he is sweating pretty badly. You can hear the yelling from, or like it sounds like yelling from the dream.
Well, she knows when they become moist that is not good, or that they are very stressed.
Okay.
So she's gonna sack the ball and proceed with tiny little slaps on his face with the second hands as she struggles, or potentially does not struggle, depending on what the ball does, as she tries to put the pillowcase over it to sack it.
Yeah, it's still just an orb, so it's very easily sackable, and there's nothing to keep Purser from waking up under a hail of tiny fists.
It's not fists; it's open hands. It's just little slappy noises, like
tiny slaps. Okay. So, Purser, as you wake up, you hear all of the voices sync up to say simultaneously, Purser or Talon. They all say your name at once as you're slapped awake. And yeah.
So yeah, Purser like lurches awake. He's like fumbling on his bedside table for his wand.
She's speaking in 3 Crane. She's squeaking, so it's more the like, you gotta wake up, danger orb. And I don't know if the orb fights her at all, but if it's
The
successfully
orb
sacked
has
in the
gone completely
pillowcase.
dormant. Like there was
Okay.
so Purser. Right now, it's not even glowing, so it just looks like you have the key, the transcend key in a pillowcase, and you're slapping Purser.
Okay, well, she's gonna take as soon as Purser is awake, she's gonna take the bag to the floor and stand on it triumphantly and hold it down with her forearms, like, and look at him. And it's like, it was doing weird things to you.
So Purser's like sits up and like blinks. He's really confused. He just woke up. Like the dream's already kind of starting to fade a little bit, and he's Pick, what are you doing?
She holds up the sack and she like doesn't take the thing out. She kind of rounds the pillowcase around it to show that it is an orb. And she says, "This was doing weird to you. It was purple. It was touching your dreams. And I could hear the voices and they were loud and you are wet." And she points at his face. "So I woke you up."
I'll like touch my hand to my face and like comes back dripping in sweat.
Yeah, even for the tropics, like it is. You are very clammy.
It was glowing?
It was glowing. It was purple. And it had the voices and it was very weird and you did not look okay. And then it was very loud. And I saw what you saw a little, the city, the giants, but only flashes.
Yeah, hand it here. Let me take a look.
She hesitantly hands him the sack.
And I'll like pull it out and look at the key.
You have an innate like magic object that hasn't been used. Like as far as you can tell, it's his magic object.
I'll like poke it.
Yeah, I will say as you're kind of poking at it, and like gathering your wits about you, because you're still very much doing the like we need to trap a dragon in your palace face. You now like even just kind of tentatively reaching out mentally toward the item as one does to activate it. You realize that there's something in you that wasn't before. You have an innate understanding of extraplanar travel, although it comes with a strange sense of longing to see the city in the desert again. But yeah.
Well, thank you, Pick. Do I have the feeling that I can like connect with the orb and go back in, or just?
Not without being in front of an actual part of the transcend system.
That's fair.
Yeah, like this is just a key. You're not. There are traces of something else, like maybe the equivalent of, if someone had I don't know, an Apple Watch and someone at Apple headquarters sends something directly to it. Like there's a sense that it's part of something bigger, but even then it's not capable of doing any physical transport by itself. If there was communication happening, that was almost certainly the limit of what this thing can do without just burning out.
Like the cable's too small. It needs bigger bandwidth.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I like set the orb on the table and look at Pick. Thank you, Pick. That was quick thinking on your part. Although I could have done without the hitting.
I did not know if you would wake up or not.
That's very reasonable, yes. If it happens again, I think let it continue, but do keep an eye on me and make sure it doesn't start to hurt me. That was interesting, at the very least.
Well, I mean, since Pick understands Giant, did she understand anything of it? Not because it's technical mess.
Interestingly enough, the words weren't in Giant per se. The words were in pure telepathic communication.
Oh.
The same way you communicate.
Oh, okay.
and then I'll like.
For the you do understand it, I guess, to answer your question. You did
Yeah.
understand it was just a lot of technical
Made
jargon.
no sense. Yeah.
See, after things calm down a second and Purser has a moment to like actually think about what happened, he'll like leap out of bed and like run over to his like spell books and notes and things and start furiously writing down like everything that happened.
You do feel inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She just kind of tilts her head and is like, "You okay?"
It's just it all suddenly hit me at once. The key, the portals, the planes, it's all... I think there's something here. If I can just make this work. And he just kind of devolves into his normal talking to himself, mumbling when he gets into arcane minutiae.
She just goes over and gives him a little pat on the back and is like, "Don't stay up too late," and goes to go watch
Yes,
Ponyard.
of course, yes.
You have to sleep.
Yeah, random set of eyes appear over someone else's bed for the rest of the night. Yeah.
Back to Ponyard.
I like to imagine that like when Peak is happy, she doesn't like walk or skitter. She just like bounces. She just like boing, boing, like just swings around like Kirby.
Yeah.
He definitely
It's kind of
flutters
like-
a lot. Like I imagine there's a lot of fluttering.
It's
Yeah, it's just kinda like
flapping
maybe-
sheets of cellophane against each other.
Yeah. Everybody gets their nighttime creeping. Probably stays with Ponyard because she's new, and so that's fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the elf is very dull. Like he doesn't dream at all. Like he
Yeah, elves-
trances, but there's no connection with the dream world. The elves are always boring.
Elves are boring. Yep. But now she's got so many people that dream.
Yeah.
It's like so many it's having too many channels to watch. She's spoiled for choice.
Yeah. Before it was all Purser all the time.
Yeah, and while she likes Purser's dreams, she's like, "This is cool. There's more."
Okay.
If only we didn't have those weird desires to sleep in separate rooms, it would all be so much better.
I know. They're so
Big
weird.
open space. Yeah.
She should just like, and whenever there's other sleeping arrangements, she'll just subtly encourage the ones that dream to share a tent.
So much more convenient. Yeah. Multi-screening. That's the equivalent of Hick having like 4 screens set up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
she
this
just
thing
gets
I'm
one of those
doing. I got my
baskets filled
Subway
with-
Surfer. I got my TikToks,
Yep.
Spotify.
Just fills a little basket full of blankets, cozies in, and watches all.
If I'm the Subway Surfer, by the way, I'm gonna crash out. I better be like the main channel.
The main channel.
I leave that.
Well,
to
yours
Pick.
is pretty. Purser's is pretty, but Ponyard's is the one that inspires. So she likes to go do art while she watches her sleep.
Sure.
You also do tend to have, like, Pawnee's dreams are like, you know, they inspire you to do stuff, but it also makes it really hard to communicate with people because you babble. Like your mile a minute speech gets turned up to 11 if you watch Pawnee's stuff too long.
Oh damn!
And it makes it increasingly makes it harder to focus. Like you're inspired to make more, but it also makes it harder to focus.
Ugh. Why downsides?
This one
Yeah.
blinds you, and this one gives you ADHD.
Yeah, different flavors.
Heck, what did you do? Walk into a room in the morning and she's gotten into a bunch of different supplies. The whole
Heavy
room is fucking
Sylvia.
scattered. Like,
Yeah, there's just like lines scattered everywhere. It
I
all
just really
comes
needed to
in.
make stuff. I just needed to make stuff. All of it at the same time? Yeah.
Dozens of rocks wrapped and like hung up at different spots. But yeah, other than that, the night is relatively uneventful, and the day dawns with another post delivery. A House Orion Couriers Guild mail carrier comes to the ship. A surprisingly well-armed woman who looks more like a scout than anything else hands whoever's up earliest 2 letters before nervously venturing back into the harbor district. Which
Say
is
no.
that?
I'll probably be the first up.
That's fair.
Might be up too, just because I don't sleep.
Yeah, I mean, you've probably been up for at least 4 hours, so yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
You had the trance, and then after that, it's just free time. but
Then you
Yeah.
just watch Pick go from room to room to watch people. Sometimes she probably comes in and checks because she's like, it's nice to have somebody that's awake to hang out with. So she just might go bother him a little bit.
yeah,
I can see that.
Ludger was up, but he was boring. Like he would
Yeah.
insist on like doing watches and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
he's not very fun.
he was so responsible. It was dull. Yeah.
But Indigo is exciting, and he knows a lot of cool stuff, and he's got a fun voice, and yeah,
Music.
he's interesting. He's been a
I
lot. He
tell
knows a lot of
her.
stuff.
I tell her stories about growing up in Sharn and just places I've traveled and things I've seen.
Yeah, she'd love it.
What Sire was like before the morning.
Oh, that's cool. She'd really like that because she knows that people she likes are from there, and that's what the people we're rescuing. It'd probably make more sense if she listened to the breakdown from him about like. I mean, she's heard it from Purser, and he's a good explainer too. But
I also
the
feel like
concept is
pursers don't come with illustrated. Like I feel like Indigo could legit just like strum a few notes and do illustrations as he describes it. I guarantee pursers are probably very straightforward. Just like here was their per capita. Here's why they were so powerful. It was a
It's
You
not
guys ever see
story-
like that Futurama episode where like Fry's learning like the saxophone thing that projects images? I kind of do something
Oh,
like that a
yeah.
little bit
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but like minor illusion.
Yeah, no, that works.
Oh, she'd be.
All right.
It's-
Well,
yeah.
so I've got the letter. I'll say, what does it say?
Well, the first one is just addressed to the MKA in general, and it's a time for the first official match that you guys have, and I will put that up.
All
Is it
right.
all of us together that are registered fighting?
It's everyone but Jotazo. I believe Jotazo wanted to do something different.
Yeah, he wanted to pair up with his brother, like keep him safe.
That's the idea.
I don't think Pick was gonna do it because weren't they gonna have Pick and Indigo? Weren't we gonna go potentially do spooky
Yeah,
stuff?
I'm not.
So
Indigo. He thinks it'd be a very bad use of his abilities if he broadcasts what he could do in front of everybody.
Yeah,
Kind of is like
arena
the
in front of,
antithesis.
in the
Yeah.
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 The
Might
sneaky-
implicate him in certain crimes, right? Like,
the sneaky members were never in.
Okay.
Mercy also wasn't registered, but then she died.
Yeah. I mean, so it's the party registry, so it's one of those you show up with more than 3 people and you're registered as a group.
Gotcha,
Max
yeah.
number of people you can bring in is 13. If it's only 3, you're registered as a trio. Anything more than that is just considered group. So.
Gotcha.
Out of character, 13 sounds like a bad number to bring in.
That's the max number you're allowed to, and nobody does, but it's allowed. But
So Poniard is very curious about the circumstances of this letter, like what's going on with that.
Does she express that?
I'll just respond by saying, hey, you want to join a death arena?
I've never participated in one.
It ain't that bad. You're just
Yeah,
gonna
I
have
mean,
to
Death
fight
Arena
people.
has a certain connotation to it.
We have
Well,
some.
you're on the winning team.
We have some personal affairs that must be resolved by our competing in the local coliseum. Though it's not my preferred method of resolving the issue, it is of great importance to a dear friend and valued teammate.
And the second letter is addressed to Purser. I will send that into a Purser, and you can read it or share it at will.
As you're discussing the first letter, you hear like a muffled crackling explosion from below decks. There's experimenting on this new spell he's figured out.
Oh, how kind.
Is that normal?
No.
Pick
He's
and then dashes away with all of her speed.
he's probably fine. He's just in his ways again. You know how wizards are.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I'll just agree with that. Yeah.
Pick's gonna go check on him because She's got speed.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna look at Poniard and Baltazar and be like, would you like some wine? Just sort of
Oh,
keep us off that whatever that shenaniganry is.
Just start the morning. Just I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's coffee to me. It ain't doing nothing.
fair enough.
Yeah, probably Jotaro would approach Poniard at some point before. Friend Poniard, I may need your assistance.
Okay, big guy. What do you need?
Sometime when it's convenient, you need to go to the Thurman that owns my that has enslaved my brother.
Uh-huh.
I wish to enter the tournament, but fight by my brother's side the entire time. But I do not wish to telegraph our group's full intentions. So I need someone who is canny, who has not addressed that woman, which Wise Purser and some of the others have. You have not.
So you need a wing woman.
Yes. Oh,
All right.
you do not have wings.
He's not wrong.
No, yeah, you take things very literally, don't you, big fella?
I suppose I do not know all Kuavar idioms.
Well, I'm going to blow your minds. Did you know that each nation in Corvair actually have different idioms?
I have gathered some of that. I learned one phrase from Ludger, a wise Ludger, about sausage, but when I addressed it to others, I did not know what it meant.
What about sausage?
I believe he used the phrase, when it all comes down to sausage, to refer to when something really matters.
Yeah, I don't think that I'm familiar with that phrase.
Yes, he said it was a common phrase in Karnath.
Well, that would explain that. Yeah, I'm from Sharn, Freeland.
Yes. I hear Sharn is the ideal Kuavar city.
Yeah, it's something. It is a sight to see, friend Jotaro. It is a sight to see.
Okay. So, Purser, you have your letter, probably delivered to you via Flurrying Moth. And Jotaro, you have a desire to go speak with that lovely redhead. And yeah, you guys want to just go to that? Is there anything anybody else wants to do this morning? Or
So yeah, once we meet up to discuss, I'll share the contents of the letter and say, it looks like we've got some headway on drawing Calendon out. The broker that I spoke with in the market has definitely found interest. Not just Calendon, in fact. A few others are interested. I don't think it would be wise to meet with the others. It'd be too easy in multitudes for them to see through our deception. Even though I'm trying to make it as true as possible. But I can arrange a meeting with Calendon and may be able to set an ambush there or use it as a second distraction to break into his home.
If we were to engage him with an ambush, we were to succeed, wouldn't there still be the problem of his imminent resurrection?
Yes, it is just an additional chance and not a solution to the problem, I think.
Right. Well, good work. We need all the help we can get.
I had assumed it would be successful, but we'll have to wait and see, as they say.
Perhaps if this meeting is not scheduled yet, we should set it for after the Colosseum's conclusion. It would give us time to engage his reserve of bodies before making the final assault. We could use the Colosseum date as a initial opening, and then make the final strike in an unassuming matter with this meeting that you've established.
It seems a reasonable plan as any.
Yeah, sounds reasonable. But yeah, with that, as everybody's kind of getting up in various, I don't know who's a morning person, who isn't, but as you guys go up to the top deck and get ready to do whatever you're going to do for the day, you see that Cadrock has arrived, and he's got a pamphlet he's excitedly showing to Morgana, who's still waking up, it looks like, and having tea.
Yeah, I'll gladly like wave at him and say, come up to the top deck and say, hail, young man, welcome aboard.
Oh, hi. Like I was telling this lady, Morn, it's the annual games. The first week are just qualifying rounds and stuff. That's when all the random people like adventurers and not stables get to fight. And there's special foods and monsters, and sometimes they have fights up in the air. And I saw a championship match last year with Pulp. He's super strong.
I have heard that.
Like, the accolade for her part is barely able to process. She looks very glad that you have redirected his attention. Because he's like, she's still blinking kind of owlishly as he's just, this excitable 12-year-old is just throwing information at her.
Yeah. Is this like him info dumping at me about his like wrestling? Like what is the
Yes,
energy
this
to
is
this?
pro
Okay.
wrestling. This is a 12-year-old street urchin very excited about the Super Bowl of pro wrestling.
Super
Yeah.
Bowl.
I don't
Yeah.
know. You weren't talking to Metro last week.
WrestleMania, I guess, would be the equivalent.
Sure, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, it's Super Bowl. But eventually, Cadrock realizes that he's going to be late for morning warrior training, and runs off to meet with whoever he's supposed to train with today. It could
Leo
honestly
for
be
his
you, Leo.
Leo for his part does like actually like he's not phoning it in. He is like actually paying attention and engaging him when they talk about it.
Okay.
Like, because he's big on like dueling, which is clearly a big superior art form that's way better than this barbarian shit they do here. But it's close enough that he's like, yeah, I get it. I understand why you would find this appealing. You just don't know how much better it could
sport.
be.
Yeah.
Like you haven't seen the professionals do it. You're
You
seeing
haven't
like
developed a
poor-
pure patrician taste yet.
yeah, you're watching like malnourished slaves hit each other. You don't understand how cool it could get. But yeah, he's into it. He's like willing to listen along and like hear about the storylines that he likes or whatever. Like he's in.
Yeah, like he goes into like Shark Jaws is his favorite because like sometimes they eat the people who they win against, and it's like all this blood, but he also like he loves it when they have the gilded princeling comes on because you know he throws like popcorn and stuff down into the stands along with everybody else, and yeah.
Yeah, Leo's absolutely down.
Yeah, he goes into these long explanations as he's running over to probably either Jotazo, Balthazar, or whoever else is willing to like train the kid. But yeah,
I mean, Poniard's willing to.
I figured she hadn't been plugged into the training roster yet because she just got here. But yeah, she could absolutely volunteer. He's happy to learn better ways to stab people.
And he knows we're in that tournament, right?
He did not. Yeah,
He does not appear to.
Yeah, he's mostly just excited that's happening. He's always excited though. But
he's a delightful little guy.
but yeah, once you guys have done what you need to do, and Jotazo, it's you and Ponyard headed out. Is anybody else going with them, or is it just those two headed to the arena?
Belzer's going.
Before
Well, this
before
isn't.
we head out, I am going to use my disguise kit.
Probably wise. Yeah.
Yeah. Just to. What should and I asked the party this. What should I kind of go for? Like, what persona would land the strongest for this?
Something heroic, I suppose. Jotazo is taking on the role of the honorable brother protecting his kin, which doesn't make him seem very villainous. So, seem knightly. I don't know.
Well, do I want to be knightly or do I want to be kind of like his I don't want to say handler, but his manager, his
Manager's a nice neutral term.
I suppose that would work well enough. A supporting role.
Okay. And what were you saying, Metro? As far as like as everybody's doing what?
Oh, I was just gonna I wanted some clarification. Today's not fight day. They're just going to like get themselves on the books for what they're doing, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
no, you guys still have, I believe, 4 days until even the qualifying days start. So
okay.
for clarity's sake, like this information you actually get partially through the info dump that you got from the 12-year-old.
Yeah.
He like you piece together that the tournament is 2 weeks long, strictly speaking. But the first week is basically qualifiers. So it's
Yeah.
if you're an adventuring party or, you know, John Stormreach and you decide you want to fight and you don't have anybody vouching for you, you put your name in and they find you they find you a point to fight and start.
Yeah, it's fodder disposal.
Yeah, it's that way they don't have like people in mass go up against like the champion and it's 2 starved like orphans.
Right. Sauce says he's having trouble with audio.
Oh, okay. Anybody
I don't know if
else?
that means that he can't hear us or if he can't speak.
I'm not having any issues.
Everyone's been clear for me.
Okay.
I can hear.
Testing,
Okay,
testing.
so he's
Yeah.
having
Yeah,
trouble
I can
coming
hear.
through
good.
then.
Okay.
Speaking of Sauce, Priscia's not going to go to the arena because I can finally do the thing that he's been asking me repeatedly about.
Oh yeah, they do the scrying. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
that's...
this is a little inconvenient as well because my thing was going to be largely
Hmm.
with Indigo. I was going to ask him
Oh.
about some stuff.
Can you guys hear me?
We
Yeah,
can.
there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
you don't
Alright,
sound
cool.
good, but I can hear you.
You sound great.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Sorry.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
all good.
Happens.
Okay. So why don't we do Jotazo's thing first, and then we'll go to like while him, Ponyard, and Balthazar head to the arena. We can have Indigo, Cursor, and Leo do what they needed to do.
Cool.
And that
Pick's
way,
gonna stay with
hopefully,
them.
yeah, hopefully that gives Sauce a chance to work out issues. And I'm sorry, Pick, what did you say?
She'll stay with Purser and them.
Okay, that's fair. I
The
imagine
arena
she's
makes her
probably a
angry.
little nervous about Cursor, given that he was like,
Yeah,
oh, he had the rock yelling at him last night. So
yeah. She got to keep an eye on him.
okay. Yeah. In that case, we can go here. Let's see. Yotazo and Ponyard. Actually, first of all, Ponyard, what is the disguise you go for? Is it like noble businesswoman, you know, well-off merchant, noblewoman, retired soldier, or something? Like, how do you want to play the look overall? Just what's your disguise you're going for?
Aggressive PR.
Okay, so like Rita Skeeter a little bit, like horn-rimmed glasses with like.
Yeah.
Okay. And give me, if you haven't already, if you could roll your disguise kit. So.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, that's
Yes, you're much
better.
clearer
Very
now.
clear.
All right, thank you.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
I'm going to take the inspiration for that 24.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, it's a very convincing disguise, and it's hard to tell it's the same person just going off the ship. So yeah, you guys head out into the harbor, all three of you. And as you go through the streets of Stormreach headed for the arena, there are paid criers on the safer corners, calling out about the impending annual games and the various combatants. One person's yelling out, "Come see Vicious Vol, a drow from the jungles, as beautiful as she is deadly." Or the twin lionesses of Southport. They're predators and their opponent is the prey. Or the Rictus smile will make you laugh while his opponents die. Don't bet against the skeleton jester, sorry. Um, and yeah, they're handing out pamphlets and stuff. All of them have the current champion of the ring on the back, or at least an illustration.
DM, I have a question.
Yes.
Is there rules against betting on us?
No, there are no rules against betting on yourself, although there have been some scandals when some people tried to bet against themselves. It's not officially illegal, but they did
purposely taking a fall. Obviously taking a fall.
Yeah, the ring handles that stuff unofficially usually. But the champion illustration on the back is a 4-armed half-giant man in heavy armor with a different weapon in each hand, covered in blood. And yeah, let's see here. Okay, Jojozo, as you get to the arena, you're gonna have to meet with the stable master of the Wyvern's Tail and make some kind of arrangement so that you can properly fight alongside your brother in the upcoming annual games. The entire arena is humming with activity and a sense of great excitement, at least among the spectators, even if it hasn't started yet. This is definitely 4 days before the Super Bowl, so things are gearing up. Lucky for you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I didn't mean to interrupt, but did I ever get my my costume?
No one has said anything to me about costumes yet, so
I have to go snag one then.
Yeah, you've still got until you have 4 days. You have more than a week to get your stuff.
Okay. I thought, and that was a shopping episode, and I thought I got it.
Yeah, no, you absolutely could have, but I don't remember. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, Jozo, how do you or your two companions think of trying to meet with this woman? I leave it in your capable hands and claws.
So my general idea at the moment is to pretty much say, like, he heard about his brother, kind of play dumb, though it's not the end of the world if we do get sussed out, but basically very much I hear this, very dangerous tournament. I want to fight by his side to help him win and survive it. But
I get that. I mean, how do you want to meet with her? Because it's a matter do you want to go up to a guard and say I want to meet with so and so, or how do you want to approach her? There's a betting counter that you guys used last time when Balthazar was there.
Poniard?
Yeah. Okay, so using my history in my former profession, I'm kind of looking around, just scoping things out, and I look at Jotazo and go, "All right, big guy, do you have any ideas on how do you want to approach it, or do you mind if I kind of take the lead here?"
I think it would be wiser for you to do most of the talking, friend.
Okay. And with that in mind, I look around and try to see if I see kind of new lieutenant looking type of guy. Like, obviously has some authority, but looks kind of newish.
Okay. So you're going with like the security is who you want to reach through first.
Yeah, like security would probably be a good start just because they have more access.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an investigation check as you're just like actively looking through the crowd,
Ooh,
trying to
that's
spot somebody.
not one of my better scores, unfortunately. But it's 16. I'll take a 16.
16's not bad. For this, you do find somebody who you do notice, like, it's a little alarming when you actually realize it. All of these House Beneath mercenaries, none of them have that green look. Like, they take this contract pretty seriously. You wouldn't say they're all comically OP veterans or something. You know, these aren't gods, but most of these look at least competent. House Beneath does have high standards, but there's always some new guys training in. Nobody new is here with the security staff.
All right.
So that's good to see. I mean, as far as the security element goes, but you do eventually find someone who you can. It seems like he's decently ranked, and is a little amused that you come up to him and ask, but he does, I would say, pretty kindly redirect you to the betting counter where apparently like stuff actually goes through. But that does play into you guys are new here. It plays into the story pretty well. And I know he BRB'd, but do you guys want to try and bring Balthazar in with you? Or...
I have returned.
Did you want to actually go to meet this woman again, or did you want to stay outside? Going with them would reveal very clearly that you're...
Yeah, if you want to keep it under wraps as best you can, I'll stay outside. I'll go slip away and get my costume if you don't want to expose it there, obviously. Okay. If you want me to come, then sure.
No, preferably not.
All right, I'll slip away. I'll do my I'll run off. I'll split the party and get my costume while you do that.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, then there's a little bit of a delay, but they're definitely not willing to turn. They're not allowed to turn away potential fighters, so at least not right now. So there's like a hired look from the clerk, but he does set you up with about half an hour. You're meeting with the woman, and after that, you are taken up to the stable master somewhere in the tower. I would say lower areas. You're escorted there, and the stable master is discussing something with one of the many casters that make up the arena's support. She looks exceptionally bored as a priest of Dol Azur, aka the Mockery, is trying to explain something to her. Listen, I understand that your stable doesn't participate in non-lethal matches, but I need to do a checkup on your combatants before the games. You know this, Miss Vorel. Ralzina cocks an eyebrow as she inspects her nails and doesn't seem particularly moved by how harangued this guy is. I assure you they're fine, but if it's so important that just had to have me called in here to listen, I suppose you should go and take a look at them. You have my permission. And just kind of dismissively waves her hand at him. And the priest, a grim, wiry-looking man, nods and heads down into the lower parts of the arena, looking deeply annoyed as he goes past you. And as you approach, the red-headed woman seems to notice you only after her bodyguard, a bald human man, interposes himself between you and her. Oh, and who is this, Rosti? You don't look like another bureaucrat here to pester me.
Oh, goodness, no, there's no way that we're going to be a bureaucrat. No, I actually have a wonderful opportunity for you, miss.
Oh, where did you get inspiration for that? Because it hurt. That is
Nice.
I literally fucking physically recoiled.
I did too. All right,
he brought out that fucking Boston accent.
No, it was beautiful.
No,
It was great.
I'll allow it if you say the Falkland Islands.
No, don't. Just do your thing.
See, that is my Brelish accent from now on. Congratulations.
No.
Good God.
It's canon.
You've made a mark that will remain legend in this gaming community.
From the Falkland Islands.
I'm so scared, Ezekiel.
So I derailed you, but go ahead.
No, I was waiting for her response.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't hear her through the accent. She's just sitting there like, what?
No,
What did you just say?
I understood it fully. That was fucking Jersey Seagull. I've heard it. Yes. It says, well, the opportunity. That's interesting, Miss.
Grace Moosley, as I hold out my hand.
Grace, is it? And she, like, gingerly does a handshake. Tell me more about this opportunity, Grace, as she kind of peeks past you at Jotaro.
I see that you notice my fine specimen here, my client. He is actually a very good opportunity for your stable. So,
I've heard client before. All right.
Yeah, I take a lot of jobs, do a lot of things. It's nothing to worry about now. So, your arena, you're selling stories. And if you got a good story that really tugs at the heartstrings, people, they eat that up, right?
I suppose.
So what if I tell you that my fine client, this great specimen here, look at those muscles. So what if this guy is actually related to one of your contenders?
Well, that would be interesting. She's like kind of walking in a wide circle around you and like eyeing up Jotaro.
Oh, can you imagine it? Just two brothers fighting side by side in the arena, just trying to survive the great fights, and it's such a story,
People do seem like they would like that. All right, and so this lizard folk of yours is
this entire time, not to cut you off, entire time Jotaro is leaning into it by deliberately inhaling and exhaling through his nose,
puff up.
doing the pectoral bumps.
Yeah, pretty much. Jotaro is very much trying to appear as simple-minded, brutish as he possibly can.
Okay, yeah. So I do like that idea, brothers. Well, I'm sure you know about the Bloody Maw if you came in here selling this particular lizard folk. That is a good narrative, and I'm sure it's not like they're all that different looking. We could certainly sell it. All right. What do you want for this?
And this is something the Poniard would know.
They wanted them to fight together, but maybe
yeah, obviously.
Profit splitting or something. I don't know.
I don't know quite. How does your establishment? I've done a couple of different fights for a couple of different people, but nothing quite as big as this. So walk me through how you run your establishment.
All right. Well, normally, if you were to enter in this specimen of yours on his own, it is a he, isn't it?
I think, but I've never checked.
Well, sorry. Well, as far as usually, if you were to enter this creature in on your own, you would, or technically he would collect the earnings. There is a payout for each fight. The payment goes up substantially if it's single or even up to trio fights. Group fights get less of a payout initially. But if you were entering him in by himself, assuming he survived, you would get, well, all of the initial payout. But if you want to do a joint venture, why don't... This is a good idea you've brought. Why don't we split things 60-40 in my favor? I think that's more than fair for being attached to one of the 3 largest stables in the arena. Oh, and you'll need to use a weapon I provide.
I like what I'm
make
hearing.
Meat with any weapon.
I'm sure. What was that, dear?
You know, I like the idea. I like what you're thinking. But if we're gonna be having to use one of your weapons, I love your hair, I love your brains, I love all this. But I think that we're gonna have to go more like 55-45.
She just grins. Give me a persuasion check.
That is also not something that I am super good at, but let's see how that goes.
Believe in you, babe. The accent
Oh,
carries.
fuck yeah.
All right.
Paul Hyman would be proud.
Yeah. Yeah, she cocks her head and she goes, honestly, the audacity of all this, sure, why not? I must be feeling generous today. But yes, as long as you're willing to make meat, as you said, with the provided weapon, it looks like a warhammer is the preferred option. You let him walk around
Meat
with that.
tenderizer.
Well, I like that. I'll have to call it that in the future. Well, now I will, just to be sure that he doesn't just look big. He is going to have to fight in the first round of qualifiers, prove that there's not going to be a boring show, or the Maw isn't going to have to eat him or something to keep things interesting. But after that, I think we can officially say that this partnership is viable for at least this tournament, and maybe more depending on how things go. Maw is aiming for the championship, so he may sadly not be with me, but you never know how things go.
There's always a bit of chance when it comes to things like this. That's what makes it exciting.
Well, she jots down a date and time and hands it to you. Just have him be at the arena and ready to fight at this time. And
I promise you he's going to knock your socks off, just like he knocks a block off anybody that goes up against him.
Well, I look forward to seeing you tenderize things, She speaks very slowly as she, addresses Jotazo.
Yes. Meat smash.
All right. Well, it was lovely meeting you, Grace. And yeah, she'll depart, and here I'll get you the actual time. Jotazo's first match.
Now that was a smooth deal.
Yeah, that was.
Brownie points
solid
for
work.
the roleplay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Didn't have to throw anyone out of the high rise or anything.
Not yet, at least.
The snappiness of the language was very in line with Wrestling Manager.
Feels like you know this
people are
accent.
focusing on the accent, but I think the verbiage is what tells it really.
Oh no, this is not like imitation. This is you've seen it.
Let's see, Jotazo's thing here.
So if we torment you with horrible accents, we get an inspiration.
So it wasn't horrible.
That wasn't horrible.
It wasn't accurate. That's why.
Did you not hear his recoil when he spoke like that?
It hurt. It hurt me.
Yeah, but the quality was just like
quality is great, but it's like a quality mass murderer, you know.
So, kind of fun fact: the EMT course that I'm taking right now is like the people teaching is based out of New York, like the city. So. I've been listening to a lot of New Yorkers talking recently, so
there's a lot of variance there. Like,
Oh, yeah.
There is. That
accent.
sounded to me like pure Joyzy Seagull, and like I give
Yeah.
you full credit for it. But yeah. So there's Jotazo's first match.
So
first of
that
the month,
is that's
just
a
a little before
week
noon.
before everybody else.
Yeah, because it's
And
part of
that's
the
in like
qualifiers.
what, 6 days?
4 days.
4 days. Okay, cool.
28 days in each.
No, we have matches in the qualify, or not the weed out the fodder section. We're still all in that.
You're
right?
not in that at all. Like you are.
Oh,
you
okay.
have
We just
something
get to
for you.
we get a free like buy past that section. Okay, cool.
Yeah, your first match is on the 8th. Yeah.
Also because I think Sam is going to get bored of us killing level 2s.
I wouldn't even have you actually, like, if it was legit against, starting level adventures, I just tell you to describe to me what happens. Like, I'm not gonna roll for that.
Poor little
Like,
guys.
Okay.
So sad.
So I don't break character.
Walks into the arena with a chair.
I don't break character until we're well out of the arena.
Okay, nice.
And once I'm fairly certain that like nobody is going to be around to actually hear it or see it, I just kind of like shudder and just go like, it's not the worst accent that I've ever done, but
The parts of
is
Sharn
that
where they
how
talk like that are
Sharn
obnoxious.
people speak?
Actually, no, it's really not. But I've met a couple of people that talk like that, and you couldn't trust any of them.
I see.
What did Joan mean by this?
But yeah, as far as 1 second, let me do a quick check here. 5E.
It'd be hilarious if every monster in Drum has that accent.
Oh god. No wonder they're trying to kill him. All right.
Why did the Mordlands be in Sire?
Let's.
I don't understand the recoil. I like that accent.
I
thought
it was very well done. It
was just such a
voluntary recoil.
It was just a cult. It was just a sudden like whiplash.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
Okay, and I am going to have to add this to my list of aliases so that I remember to go back to Grace Moosley whenever I'm in the arena and possibly interacting with Boss Lady.
Grace Moosley goes hard. Grace Moosley has more aura than anyone I've ever met.
She's here for the money. Yeah.
I'm more scared of her than Jotazo, honestly.
She doesn't care if she goes blind. She didn't need to see the price tag anyway.
In the previous campaign, I was also one Janice Joplin, the Miggledies. Where some people
the singer.
Yeah, I just came up. I took that name out of nowhere, but she's very much like, oh my god, she's a valley girl. So that was also
the best accent in the world, unironically.
Yeah,
everyone hates that accent, and they're all wrong. They're all cowards.
There's worse accents.
Jersey Seagull.
But the costume you get there, Balthazar, is 5 gold for whatever kind of costume you're going for. It's, if I remember correctly, it was something over the top, but I don't remember what. It was the God Fist, right?
No, it's the Finger of God.
Well,
but yeah, I just stole the outfit from the guy from God Hand.
Okay, God Hand, that was it. Sorry. Yeah, fair enough. 5 gold, and you're there. But yeah, while that's happening, why don't we move over to, let's see here, some scrying.
Oh.
Be sure to come out.
Purser's currently showing the brand new portal compass he's developed.
Ah, nice.
Very nifty. Little glowing runes above his hand.
I want to ask Purser, and I would say, I've noticed that you've been taking spells that have a lot to do with divination and portals. Why the extreme interest?
Well, you can hardly say that divination is a useless school. It certainly has its advantages, though. lack the special advantages that House Madonna carries. And as for portals, we've been dealing with them quite frequently lately. You wouldn't know, of course, you weren't there, but the Giants had some particular fondness for them as well. And we've been forced to interact with those systems. You may also know that we got to Mishann by traveling through a portal through Kyber.
Kyber. As
yes.
And what led you to be in Kyber?
Well, the portal to Mishann. It was discovered by an adventuring party a few years ago. It's a shortened path betwixt here and Corvair.
Interesting.
Shattered Demi planes are fun.
Yes.
Are they?
I mean, for some people. But yeah.
They really.
But if whenever you want to try your scrying, you feel like with your new planar powers, it should be a cinch.
Yep. So I'll pull out the scrying amulet thing that Mercy got.
Hick holds up her hand and goes, "How would we know if something went wrong, and what should we do if it does?"
Well, if something goes wrong, it won't work.
Okay.
So
and
that
you will
makes
be okay?
I'll be perfectly fine unless there's some form of highly powerful defenses on her. But I wouldn't imagine seeing any of those except on, like, a dragon, for example. At the worst, nothing should happen. But I do have something to make it even easier. And I'll reach into my bag and pull out the communication clicker thing that she gave us.
Oh yeah, yeah, that actually would make it very easy. Okay.
What?
Not very.
Oh,
she gave us a signal device that contacts the other members of Danel's Wrath.
Oh yeah.
And that should count as a possession of hers and give her a -4 penalty to the saving throw against scrying.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good to pile those up.
What save is it?
It is wisdom, yes. Yeah, it's a -4 from having a possession and +0 because I've met her but don't know her well.
Yeah. Not bad.
So yeah, I'll start drawing out a little circle on the deck and pull out the scrying focus and start casting.
Okay. Yeah, channeling your magical energy, you reach out into the world. I would say it's less of an expansion of your senses and more of kind of a pairing off. That would be the best way I can think of it. There's a little bit of disorientation as you find yourself seeing and hearing from both your body and kind of bundle of awareness that you send out. And let's see if it links up properly.
And my DC is currently 16.
And a -4. Okay. It's hard to focus on both at once, but things do sort of come into more clear vision, and you can see and hear what must be Eston, although she's bundled herself in a long cloak that covers her face with 2 crystalline lenses over her eyes. She looks to be in a darkened building, working on maintaining the enchantment on an arcane longsword. It just looks like basic maintenance. You've done this kind of thing before, but she's going. It's more than just basic maintenance. She's probably doing some improvements or touch-ups, basically. But yeah, you've seems to have gone through. She doesn't seem to have noticed you.
So yeah, the sensor will follow her for 10 minutes, or until I break concentration.
Okay.
Can I get any clues as to where she is?
Okay, well...
do I see windows with the sunlight streaming in at a specific angle that I can use to triangulate?
Well, it is a pretty darkened room. There is some light coming in, but it's coming from fairly high up. So this feels like a warehouse, first of all. And she is working at a dedicated desk or like counter with a lot of a lot of the same arcane equipment you saw at her previous workspace before she left.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say after probably about 5 minutes of this, there's much more light comes in as the sounds of a door opening, and a man in heavy chainmail approaches and says in a vaguely you would put it somewhere in Karnath accent, says, "Is it done yet? I need that back before the next patrol." She sighs and holds up the sword, revealing a faint magical shimmer to it. I'd say so. I was just doing a final check, but if you need it. The man takes it, and without another word, sheathes it and leaves. No thank you or goodbye. As he opens the door again, you see in the increased light that he has an armband with a familiar symbol on it. A great sword crossed by two long swords set against a field of black. When he's gone, Eston sits down in a chair at her desk and sighs again, looking around her workstation before picking up a crossbow and beginning maintenance on that as your scrying ends.
Yeah, those are the Carnathy nationalists in Summerfield, right?
Little,
I don't know why I'm
kind of.
thinking that.
Well, no, I mean you're pretty close. So, in Southwatch, in the district of Grindstone, just honestly most of Southwatch, you did run into them in Southfield. They seem to have claimed the whole district. You ran into the Swords of Karn, which were a weird, probably Karnathi affiliated group. You saw non-Karnathi people in the group, which was weird for ultranationalists. Like, you saw somebody walking around in Onderan, like, light spellcasting armor, but they do seem to be based in Grindstone, which is the Karnathi district, and they've completely displaced the Sharn Watch from both Grindstone and Summerfield. They apparently run the place comically brutally, very very like military law, but either it's not worth it to root them out, or the locals are tolerating it because there hasn't been a big moment where the Sharn Watch has gone in and tried to basically reclaim the district. So, yeah.
Okay. And now we're going to follow up.
Okay.
So after the scrying ends, and I get that kind of general location, I'm now going to cast Arcane Eye.
Okay.
And I'll summon another magical sensor. This one will last an hour with a speed of 30 feet. And
Okay.
I'm gonna basically fly it like a drone and
into Grindstone.
take it over to that district and just
Mhm.
look around and see if I can like really precisely say it's this warehouse.
Okay, I'm
Look at
down
the
for it.
scenery outside, look at like the door, maybe look in a window and see her.
I'm down for it. I appreciate this being the first time that I can remember you using it, because I think the first time I used that, the DM banned it immediately after. So I appreciate your restraint thus far.
Well, I just learned it recently from a scroll.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I mean, you're not gutting an entire dungeon, so I'm happy. But yeah, as you use it to look through the Grindstone's probably the safest spot to start, but it seemed like the Swords of Karn are in both areas pretty much acting like law enforcement. Sending it there and just looking around, I will just roll and see if there's some random stuff you spot. Yay. hear a dog barking in the distance.
You do.
A very angered Wookit, filled with the tiny rage of 1,000 suns.
It's as all little dogs have.
Well, the
I
bite
could hear
force
that from
of
this drying sensor.
Exactly. Let's see here. Okay.
How dare the man bring her food to the porch? That fucking heathen.
Yeah. If she doesn't say something now, he's just gonna think he can do that anytime.
Exactly.
Yeah. You spot. Let's see here. Okay. You as it's floating around, you see someone in Breelish scout armor alongside somebody in Karnathi heavy chainmail and with a shield. Basically, Karnathi shock troop and like Breelish scout. Both like have. You would think it was like an arrest or something if they were actual officers of the law. Both have a man with his like hand on a table, and one of them saying, "So you, just to be clear here, we're gonna dock a finger. This is obviously your first offense because you got all of them. Next time you think about trying something like that, look at the stump. Remember, probably not the best idea. Go on." And as the guy's like half yelling and screaming, they proceed to lop a finger off. Which the neighborhood has gone very quiet while that's happening. And after they do so, the guy quickly basically just does a quick dressing on it and then like pretty much literally throws him out of the district. And let's see. You overhear some people talking about the giant encampment out on the edge of the city. It's the general consensus is, it's kind of scary living near the big lummoxes, but sometimes you can hear them singing in their own language. Sound moves right through you, real deep. Pretty though. Just day-to-day stuff. You do see like actually having the eye go around several times. You spot pretty dedicated patrol times for the Swords of Karn through both districts. They must have not huge numbers, but decent numbers if they can patrol a whole district by themselves.
Yeah.
And once again, they really they look like different nationalities from the Five Nations just working together.
So it's kind of giving me the vibe, and this is just my interpretation. It's less like Karn as like the nationalistic identity, and more like Karn the Conqueror, uniter of Galifar.
That's a fair assumption. Yeah.
It's an interesting dream, if that's the case.
But these guys do not move like a street gang or even a militia. This is like an occupying army. And just even through your casual glance, none of these guys look like just the way they hold themselves. All of these men look dangerous, these men and women.
Right.
You would bet all veterans of the last war.
Common enough.
It is jarring from what you saw when your eye like went through the other parts of the city, because like you went by at least 3 drunken, passed out
Stormreach guards.
Yeah, like or one that was just actively mugging someone. Like it's it is very different.
Yeah.
That might be a factor in why people tolerate basically military law, but.
Yeah, any luck in narrowing down Eston's location?
There's a lot of warehouses. I would say, roll me a D100. Honestly, we'll see what luck favors you.
95.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
You
Well, it might be
actually
really
think,
bad.
Or
like,
be very bad.
I mean, outside of I don't know, outside of something related to Plane of Madness, I like to think viewing something isn't going to usually hurt you.
The Watcher in green spots my sensor.
It says hello. No, I would say that it is pure chance because you're just having this thing
Yeah,
follow
just
random trails.
just
But
look around, peek in windows, look for like the
you see the
identical
same
scuffs on the
guy.
ground in front of the door. Oh, the
You
same
see
guy.
the same guard. He is currently on patrol with an Undaran spell sword of some sort, and they've stopped and gotten a sandwich from one of the street vendors. Well, sandwich is generous. It's Carnathi fare, so it's good food, but it's rough.
Mhm. Like
It's
a really
and
rustic thing.
bland by your standards, but still, it's got its charms.
Well,
But
yeah, you
they've
can
stopped
see
and they're
it through
chatting.
the hot sauce.
Yeah, yeah, they've sat down for a moment and are chatting, or at least one of them has, while the other one kind of stands and looks around while eating. And as they're chatting, you overhear mention of the one that you recognize is basically saying, well, she's not that bad. She did join in. She joined in a fair point, and yeah, we don't want to pick a fight with them, but in what we're trying to make, the houses shouldn't have that much control anyways. The other one just kind of shrugs the Darren, and he's taking advantage of the break to smoke and just, yeah, but do we need that kind of issue right now? I'm not eager to start taking on people the houses have marked like this. I don't know. I think I'm gonna bring it up next time. Yeah, brothers in arms, you're free to. One shrugs, and they both get up and go on about the patrol. I'd say at that point you're in about an hour for your eye.
During this time that he's been doing that, I'm kind of interested in what Kadrak. I think we're supposed to be doing like weapons training with him.
He is happy to learn any form of violence that's sufficiently flashy. So, if if you're willing to teach him, he's happy to learn because both Jotazo and Balthazar are elsewhere. So, he's excited to learn more stuff.
I set up I emptied one of the wine bottles that they were drinking earlier today, and or I just find one of the empty ones, and
there's always a supply with Leo around too.
Yeah. And I set it on top of like between two barrels as they're sitting together with the opening of the bottle facing towards it, and I hand him a hand crossbow and a blunted uh, um, well, bolt. Yes, thank you. And I say, and I put down on the table next to him a little sack with 5 gold pieces in it, and I say, if you make this, if you can shoot this bolt into that bottle, that 5 gold is yours.
Like into it, or do I break it?
Into it, and I take it from him real quick, and I just shoot a shot, showing that it can be done. I'm pretty sure I can just kind of nail it, or at least get pretty close.
Cool guy points. I'd allow it.
Cool guy points.
Yeah.
I see, and I say, there. This is yours if you can do it by the end of the day.
Did you use your longbow or the crossbow to do it?
Oh, I grabbed his crossbow to do it.
Okay. See, he looks. He immediately considers it and then loads it up and one eye closed, tongue sticking out between his teeth as he aims, fires the first shot, which he the recoil from it surprises him and he drops it and whiffs off, and you hear one of the sailors yell as it catches him in the side. but yeah,
Ah!
yeah. Oh,
That's why,
Why?
that's why punching is a lot safer.
sorry about that. As he runs up and like grabs it while the sailor is cursing as only a sailor can. Starts reloading it, and yeah, you've definitely occupied his afternoon. Uh, as
All right.
Cadrock is eager to pull that off.
I'm giving him like tips and pointers, telling him about controlling his breath and controlling the trigger squeeze. Just
Yeah, basic
yeah,
stuff. He does get better. It's always better to try and teach somebody who's enthusiastic. Even if they're not good, it's better to like have somebody trying to get better as opposed to, oh, I don't want to be here, that shit.
absolutely.
But yeah, he's excited to learn, and I'm gonna like. I don't think he's able to do it today, but let's have him roll. Let's see. But he could.
Nat 1 shoots Purser while he's scrying.
So it's not a nat 1, but it is a near miss, as it's like Purser's completely sensory deprived form, as he's like, I imagine sitting in a chair on the deck or something, just all of his senses elsewhere. It whiffs by Purser's head pretty close. Luckily he
Just
wasn't
turn
there to
around and
notice,
look at the like human child, narrows her little eyes.
he waves
like
when you look. Yeah. Aye.
she squeaks like a little huff squeak.
By the way, he's been trying to imitate Pick's like noises because that's the coolest language he's ever fucking heard. So he has picked up like one or two kind of words, but knowing what Pick usually speaks in Thrycreen, it's like
Oh
probably
God.
some of the most foul words in your language.
Yeah, I was like,
He's picked up like fuck and shit or something.
Sinew.
he like meets another Thrycreen and is like, your mother is an absolute whore who fucks goats. What?
Hey, that's the entirety of my Thrycreen. You're
Who
kidding.
the hell
No,
taught you that?
you said that in Thrycreen. Yeah, no, it's that and this sentence explaining it. What?
I got that
What?
reference.
Okay.
That's an old one.
I am glad to hear that Pick shares Purse's opinion of the child.
Yeah.
He has a name.
Youngins are supposed to be with guardians. That's where they stay until they're no longer annoying and they're people. I made mine and gave them to the guardians like everyone else. What's wrong with you?
What if we're guardians?
I'm not a guardian. You're not a guardian.
We kill people.
We kill people.
We kill the people that try to hurt the children. Yeah.
Guardians can kill people, but that's their job is to watch the children. Do you see me raising my own children like a freak? No. I don't raise other people's children either.
That's fair. While he's doing this, I see him take, probably like, 30 minutes of this time. I say it's always good to take a break and refresh yourself during practice. Sometimes we can focus in on things. I've got a alternate mission for you if you wish to accept.
Okay, sure. I'm supposed to do something later. What time is it? Like
It's fine. This isn't something that needs to happen right now.
Oh, okay.
But I hand him a small ribbon and I say, Sir Baltazar, you know him, right?
Yes. With all the fancy punching.
Do you know that stick that he carries?
Yes.
I want you to tie this around it. If you can manage to tie this around his stick without him noticing, and only you and I will know, I'll give you another bag of 5 gold.
Like, he won't ever notice? He's going to notice eventually.
Well, he won't notice you doing it, is the point.
Oh, okay, that's easier. Yeah.
And it's a little ribbon with a penis on it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. 5 whole gold. All right. Can I? You said anytime because I have to do a thing. I'm supposed to kill a rat.
Yes.
Okay.
Go kill your rats.
All right. Bye. And he like half runs off because his vague estimate by looking at the sun is he was supposed to probably do it this morning. So he's running off the ship to go kill rats for someone.
See, he rules. He's the best character.
I like to think that Kadrock is eventually going to become like the next like big like all-time adventurer. But
Yeah, how did you learn to speak Streakreen? How did you learn to be part rogue, like multi-class and all kinds of things? Like everybody's helping him.
The equivalent of like the current king of like Breland level, like Giga Chat.
Yeah, what's the name of that little like Chad adventurer halfling that went to Antarctica?
Boraman or Dane.
Boraman, yeah. Apprentice under Boraman becomes the Giga Chad.
Just raised by a bunch of adventurers.
Yeah. That's going
Like
to give
Pick
you
just thinks
an
you are all
odd view on life,
savages.
but he's already feral, so it's.
Oh, we're raising a sociopath. Absolutely. But
an adventure parting should never do this. This is why you have guardians or freaks.
I need y'all to relax.
You know,
Okay.
That's why I was trying to get him into the monk stuff. There, we can get some discipline, some learning, some self-defense.
A lot of the methodology for that sounds like it would be abusive. I don't know. I don't feel like.
I think it's all a matter of perspective. He's very excited about the training, and thus it's not abuse. So,
I mean, I need to create my own network of spies. Better to start with children.
Yeah,
like I was.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, so I'd say at that point, Jotazo and company can meet back up on the ship. Let's see here. Was there anything else you guys wanted to do today?
Yeah, I wanted to at some point once Cadrock is gone and Purser stops like tripping, pick staying on board, right? Because she was reacting to Cadrock, so she's here.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Leia was gonna take the like sneaky people who are gonna not participate in the arena fight and ask them like, should we perhaps have some sort of conversation about planning for this? I mean, I just trust your expertise, of course, but playing it by ear seems like it could be risky, and if things go wrong, I'd prefer there be some sort of extra means of making an exit quickly, if need be.
Oh yeah, no, playing it by ear is really only something that you want to do in a dungeon, because if you're doing a major operation by ear, you're going to be tits up in trouble in no time at all. I don't know how available I'll be. My Elias is kind of tied to Jotsuzo right now to get him in with his brother.
That's why.
Well, I am not good at this, and I do not understand most of the magic things or most of the culture here. It is very strange, and I think planning ahead is good because I do not know what to expect at all.
I know that we've
from the brow.
We've begun to. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I said, to be clear, are we speaking of the Wizard's Tower?
Indeed.
I've thought, in order to accomplish this, we're going to need some sort of means of disabling magical traps, and then someone else who can disable practical ones. I look towards Pick. I say, Pick, do you have any means of casting Dispel Magic?
No. I don't know much of magic, other than what the flame provides, and the ways of the dead back home. Magic is much outside of my grasp.
I can cast a spell, but I don't know the spell. If we're doing this, we're going to need some Dispel Magic scrolls. And
I don't know that we'd be strong enough to go against the wizard of that power. We are not magic people. I mean, you might be more magic people, but I am not magic people.
Tell me more about his setup. Is he in a secure tower? Like, where's his headquarters at?
He lives in the local house Lyrandar. I think it's Lyrandar, right? Out of character?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. He lives in the local Lyrandar headquarters for the city.
It's called the Falconer's Spire. This is just info the party knows. atop the Falconer Spire in apparently like a penthouse suite on. Like the airports are vertical here, so he basically lives atop a vertical airport.
Yeah.
Do we
Could
have
we just
any
get a
idea
lot of things that go boom and put it inside?
that
That
okay,
obliterates
so
all the problems
actually,
at once.
funnily enough, I was going to ask what the party's opinion on collateral damage is. But also, do we know that this tower, this Falcon Spire, is where he's keeping his spare bodies?
No.
I don't
We don't.
believe we have much confirmation of that, no.
Okay.
He could easily manifest back on Corvair, and there's not much that we can do about that scenario.
But I imagine that he would try to keep his bodies nearby.
Indeed. It would be a rather obvious location for your valuables, but I don't see that we have many options besides pursuing what leads we have.
Well, if I am a sociopathic wizard who seems to be quite talented, I would put one of my backups in the sewers because no one likes going there. And it's close.
Well, that leaves us quite dead in the water, as those places are unnavigable and massive beyond our ability to explore.
I will chime in. Just like you guys have seen the sewers enough, you definitely could do that, and it's a viable option. But he'd have to really trust his route to it. The only downside of the sewers is that it is insanely dangerous for just about everybody down there, because it's old school Morrowind rules. Like it's not leveled appropriately. You could run into, oh, it's a bunch of slimes, or you run into a random wandering Eldritch Balor or something. Like it is comically dangerous in the sewers.
Yeah, Poniard was actually just about to mention that. I mean, yes, you could, but there's risks associated with that.
He's also probably too proud.
Right, maybe.
That is
yeah,
possible.
That could be.
I think all of the speculation does us very little good. You all may be correct about them being in any number of other places, but if that is the case, we have no way of deducing that until we've ruled out the most obvious one.
I have a point of contact in the city that I might be able to actually go and talk to see if they've heard anything.
Fair enough. And what I wanted to speak about, you mentioned needing some special scrolls to infiltrate this facility. My mind went more towards an exit plan, some means of quickly getting out. I'm not very concerned about collateral damage, as Panya spoke to, but I am concerned about you being found out. If we were to be identified for these sorts of crimes, our main objective in this city would be effectively impossible, and no one would ever approve of us again, which would be undesirable, as you can imagine. So my preference is that you get in and get out quickly.
Well, I make it a habit that I normally don't get caught.
Don't we all?
I don't think I'd be very good at my job if I did. But I do share your concern. Wizards' towers are unpredictable and dangerous.
This is not an environment or an opponent that I am used to. If we were in the jungle, it would be different, but this is completely outside of what I have practiced or understood in all of the work I have done.
For all we know, his tower is guarded from extraplanar travel or any sort of teleportation.
Honestly, I would bet on it.
Yeah.
So, I think initially my idea is to send my shadow in and kind of have him pace ahead of myself as I normally do in order to alert me to any traps before I can stumble into them myself. But hopefully avoid most of them, if not all of them. Find out what we need to find out. Hopefully make our way to his clones and plant blasting discs that go off at a certain period of time that coordinates with the actual moment we're ready to assassinate him. Which is why I need Eston.
I suppose that I have no choice but to simply wish you the best. I trust each of you and your ability.
So it's sounding like you guys are planning to try and get into the Falconer Spire. When? Like, are you gonna go with
When
Purser
he's
and
when he's at the Coliseum, when he's
Oh,
not
okay.
there.
So like in over a week from now. Okay. I
Uh-huh.
gotcha.
So Pick and Indigo aren't participating in the arena like brawls.
Gotcha.
And since we know that he for public appearances will be there, they're going to spend that time trying to break into his suite.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. And on that note, yeah, Purser, you have since finished your investigations into Southwatch.
Excellent.
Did you want to chime in, or did you want to set up a meeting with Callandon, or leave that to
So, first off, I'm gonna like pull up a map. I got an extra map of the city just for this, and I start like circling the areas where she could be, and I hand that to Indigo. So this is as much as I could narrow it down. Once I get closer, I have further divinations that can reveal her location as well.
It should be good enough. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's somewhere in Grindstone. Like you've been able to narrow that down pretty well.
And she seems to be involved with the local militia. And she's supplying them with magical weapons.
Okay.
They're also, you may find this amusing to hear, concerned about the houses retaliating against her.
Well, that's information that'll be useful. How do you feel about Eston coming back with us?
Coming back? Oh, yes, I'd rather you don't kill her needlessly.
Oh, no,
And
it's not the plan anymore.
She is a Siren citizen.
Anymore?
Well, originally that was my intended purpose, was to execute her, but as I think I said before, if I were to execute her, my former house would most likely take credit for it. So, with all
And
that
you don't
being
want to
said,
do that, right?
absolutely
I fucking
not.
knew you were affiliated with the house.
I said formerly.
Vindicated.
But good on you anyway.
Pick just says, but not anymore, and goes over and like pats his head. Now he is for us.
Great.
The Mishann charter is open to her, and I think that her Denel's Wrath compatriots have lost track of her, at least for the time being. So bringing her back into the fold and back to Mishann with us, I think is the best possible solution for everyone involved.
Plus, our nation could use a good artificer.
Yes, especially if her talent is in enchanted weaponry. That's a rare one to find outside of House Cannith.
Yep.
Well, it's at least weaponry and explosives. She was very proud of the explosives part when she was like building bombs, basically.
Yeah, I guess I should clarify. It's rare outside of House Cannith now. After you know.
Yeah. That's fair.
You know.
After the funny memes.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah, we could go and get her right now, even.
You could, yeah. If you wanted.
Or at least talk to her.
If you can find the warehouse and convince these, I'm sure, reasonable swords of Karn that they don't need her.
Yeah, I would prefer not to kidnap her, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I just heard.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Because my internet died.
Yeah, you went back to the not great audio.
Yeah, I
It
know.
is audio. I can't hear you. That's the important part. Yeah.
Do you live like way out in the boonies? Like, what's going on?
Yes and no. I live in an incorporated city, but the incorporated city is on the edge of nothing.
Yeah, I've been in places like that. It's
Gotcha.
a weird lack of service while simultaneously getting charged for the service. Yeah.
Yeah. This is Spectrum, by the way. This is Spectrum Internet that I have that does me like this.
Oh, that was your first
It
mistake.
shouldn't be like this. Well, it's also my only mistake because I can't have any other internet.
Usually no options. Like, well,
No, there's only Spectrum down in Florida either.
it was a big deal when I first had the option to get Verizon. Like, that was fucking huge.
Oh my god, yeah, Verizon being in the Genoa Valley is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Even bumfuck nowhere in
Yeah,
France and Romania has fiber, and yet I live in my city's my state's capital, and I don't have fiber.
Welcome to
On the other
America.
hand,
Have a look around.
I mean, you probably get less people upset about gypsies. Like, that's.
No,
yeah,
I mean these
they're
are a
all
bunch
money.
of ass backwards rednecks, so
I mean,
they get
yes,
mad
but
about anything.
they're upset about random people, but not gypsies specifically. Like,
No, they just
I mean, if
hate
they
trans
saw a
people,
gypsy,
you know.
oh yeah, Idaho is like the fucking one
Oh.
of the forerunners for hating trans people.
I'm not saying they aren't terrible people. I'm just saying they specifically don't hate gypsies.
I mean, they hate everyone that isn't a straight white Christian nationalist. Like, if it's a gypsy, they hate it. If it's a trans person, they hate it. Like, they just hate it all.
I can pass as all of those things, so maybe I
They're
wouldn't
just
get
the
killed on
most.
site.
Just imagine the most uneducated, ignorant backwater piece of shit that likes to lick boots, and that happens to be their favorite flavor is boot leather. And you've got a lot of the culture
I
here.
lived in Tennessee.
Anyway.
I was gonna say I'm good, but I'm Catholic, so I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
boot leather is not that bad when you season it correctly.
Yeah, exactly. So, we are planning a possible snatch and grab in Southwatch. And is there, let's see here. And you do have the opportunity to set up a meeting with Calendon, but it sounds like that would be, you're planning for that to be after robbing his place while he's at the Super Bowl.
I mean, we could schedule it, but it's not like he's gonna drop everything to go to the cafe and talk to me. So
okay, no,
Well,
it's-
maybe
right to
after he
the
notices someone
middleman.
kicked in his fucking front door.
you could, yeah, that is an option too. You could, I mean, you could also just go and say, hey, we'd like to speak with him, and he might just grant you an audience. He did originally pay for your ship's docking fees for some reason, so.
Yeah.
Because it was a cool giant ship.
Yeah, that was probably a factor.
I think my thinking at the time was he just wanted to make good relationships with Mishann because we're a up and coming important business partner for Lyrandar.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had just spent a lot of money on the dock and everything there.
That too, yeah.
And I'm sure it was going through
him. Like he's the guy for Zendrick. Like it's
exactly.
Yeah. He's probably very aware of you guys. So all right.
But yeah, to answer the question, that was the initial setup that I had in mind. Was they're gonna stake out his place while he's at the WrestleMania event, and then have the meet up about the archaeology stuff set up for after that, so that if we do end up making some kind of move with him, we know that we've already clocked what he has going on at home.
Okay, sounds good. Okay.
I feel like we should maybe stake it out when it's not, because I feel like if he's going to go out for an event where everyone knows he's going to be out for that event, then he might when you may not turn on your full security set when you run to the grocery store, but you are going to turn the full security set when you go out for the weekend.
Yeah,
maybe we should try.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe we should try and stalk him during the before times and see if there's a time we could do it. Also, that means you guys could be standing by if the sneaky people do go in to do this, that you guys could be outside while we try to do that, because you at least know we're fucked. Because at the arena, you would have no idea we were fucked until you didn't hear from us afterwards, and we could be long dead by then.
Yeah.
So we may want
it's
to watch
not
him
a-
before and be like, he's running out for a quick errand versus like he's gonna turn the security on while he's
because we have days, so like
Yeah.
we could even
a
do
day's worth of surveillance under his belt already. He did watch the guy for a day, so
Yeah.
Okay.
you have a little bit. You have a little bit of it.
Yeah, but we didn't like. It wasn't as thorough as it could have been.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
we just
I
need
mean,
to know he's gonna be out for a minute. Like he's gonna run to the market and we can do a quick test. Like it is better to
maybe
test
he
our
has
So-
a scheduled meeting with someone.
Yeah,
and
especially because Purser it doesn't do espionage and sneaking, and
Purser's the best spy. I don't know what you're talking about. He's
and
pretty
I'm
cool.
incredibly conspicuous and recognizable. So if
Well,
any
half-
kind of security
half of us
catches
are
me,
like we have a giant lizard man, and I wear heavy armor and glow in the dark. Like,
and
it's
I'm a
right.
not-
moth lady. Like
I'm just a dude wearing a pair of jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
yeah, we
Yeah.
have like 2 normal-ish people.
Well, like Baltazar is also a dude walking around with like the Bandit Keith like American bandana on at all times, just like
It's not
decked
that
out.
odd in
And?
Stormreach. Yeah, that's
Just
legitimately
super
not
national.
that odd.
I'm not saying it's odd. I'm saying it's recognizable. You've got
I
identifiers
get
on.
you. I get you. Yeah.
so
I was gonna say
Yeah,
something
if you
else
take the
too.
bandana off and then
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
normal.
Once you are just in the jeans and t-shirt, you're good, man. You got it.
What were you saying, Indigo?
I was gonna. Well, Indigo would ask Baltazar. Baltazar, how often can you use your owl?
Good question. Let me take a look.
it's about once a week, I think.
Well, I think he means like how long does it stay out once he pops it?
Well, that too.
Let me
frequency
take
of
a.
use,
I need to
duration.
pull up page again. It is. What is it again?
It's the owl, and it has. I'm looking it up myself here. Okay, creature exists for duration specific to each figure. So for the owl, it is how long here? Okay, up to 8 hours. Once it's been used, it can't be used again until 2 days have passed. There you go. It can telepathically communicate with you at any range if you and it are on the same plane of existence.
You cut out briefly when you said how many times.
It's
Yeah,
8
no,
hours
it's every 2 days.
8
Every-
hours and 2 days. So it lasts for 8 hours, and it can be summoned every 2 days.
Oh, every 2 days.
Yep.
Well, I was gonna say. Oh, we used it yesterday, right?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. So give me a
Somewhere.
day.
Well, the idea essentially was that it could keep tabs on Kaladin's in and outs while we're
True,
doing
but it's
other
also a
things.
giant fucking owl.
Is that out? Is that out? Like I know in Sharn, it's not out of place at all to see giant owls, but
They
Would
are
that
just
be-
people in Sharn.
Yeah, would that
I would
be-
say it'd be a little out of place here. There's more.
Yeah.
It's more dinosaur coded, and I know owls would technically fall under that category, but you know,
We understand what you
flying
mean, Sam.
reptiles. It's more. There we go. Flying reptiles still hold a lot of the airspace here.
There might be 1 or 2 in Stormreach, but they're not going to be like stalking people around the city.
Yeah, they're here. They're here on vacation because they're like, you know, they speak very similar to Joan's previous character there. So to Joan's in character, they're just here on a tourist trap thing. They're going, you know, oh, we got to see the big statue, you know, that type of thing.
They do like the leaning
love that in
tower
my
like
head.
pictures.
But it's just big owls.
Just
Yeah.
resting on it.
Yeah.
Who's gonna stop them?
Yeah, exactly.
So
okay.
anyway, as I was going to say, apart from our general recognizability, Pick is obviously on the low end of that scale. She's very nondescript. And I think Indigo might actually be the most dangerous if he gets spotted doing this. He's the least likely to be spotted, but
That
the
won't be
biggest
spotted.
problem if he is.
Well, I
Because-
was gonna go in disguise regardless.
Right, but I don't doubt that your former competitors, we'll call them, won't like come down on you if you're doing spy stuff in the city.
I mean, That's a fair point. I think the thing is if he's not selling it to anyone. Like he's not allowed to steal work. But I think if he's just doing it, I mean, they're not going to like it, but that's I mean, I guess unless he interferes with a contract, I feel like he can at least exist. They're just nasty about it.
We'd have to see exactly how it shakes down, but it is a concern. The rest
if someone else had hired them to spy on him, then it's an issue. That's a good point.
But yeah, I'd say we'll set up a meeting, Purser and maybe Baltazar. I don't know. Baltazar can probably handle the sneaking.
I think I'm okay at it.
Okay, so that's fair. 2 people meet with him, and while that's being, while that meeting is happening, the party does kind of an initial stakeout. Like you're not planning to actually break in unless the door is mysteriously left open, but it's just to get a feel for it. Am I getting that right?
Like a more aggressive stakeout. So the first one was just indigo scoping it out, and now we're gonna maybe poke the defenses, like look in the windows,
send the shadow in a little bit.
Okay, I get you.
Also, we still have the Persona artifacts technique.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We're like, that's the bait. So the Purser uses his thing to set up a meeting time with Callandin that gets him out of his tower. That's a time the party knows he's out of the tower and can use that as a chance to go up and creep around his like penthouse for a bit.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Sounds good. So Purser, as per the letter, I believe you just send something to your middleman, and they try to go off the date and time you give.
Yeah, I'll even include some fluff, like we have business dealings with Lyrandar through Kaladin already, so he should be predisposed to participating with us.
And like, why would you have weird grudges against him? He hasn't done anything to you, so.
Yeah, he's been nothing but a boon to Mishann.
Yeah. Yes. From his perspective, the idea that you guys have been obsessively plotting to kill him would be insane.
Literally out of nowhere.
We're I mean, he should know better though.
I mean,
that, like,
a lot of
can't...
people want to kill him for good reasons, but you guys don't have good reasons.
Like no, but he knows we're an adventuring party, and that should raise some level of alarm bells that we're all fucking insane psychopaths.
Also, it's not like he knows someone broke into his house and saw like all the clones and vats and knows he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, as far as he's concerned, he's just a rich guy that people dislike for some reasons and like for other reasons.
Yeah,
he owns an airport. Yeah. Like it's literally, it's so unassuming.
Yep.
Okay.
He's not even a Scooby-Doo villain. He hasn't put on the mask yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even that corrupt. Okay, so yeah, you guys can do you want the meeting for tomorrow? Do you want to try and have it today? You could try and be like, hey.
Tomorrow seems like I feel like today's might get a little sticky.
It's barely like noon, I'd say.
I think tomorrow works. We can or like we can get a reservation at a fancy restaurant and talk it over somewhere where there's like a long wine service and plenty of time.
Okay.
And we can definitely start comping him drinks. Let's see how crazy he really is.
Yeah, he's just a nice old man. Like all the rest of the stuff has been like rumor mongering.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be really funny when he like has no security on his place at all, and he's just like a normal dude who's
he would not be so high up in this fucking city if he was like that.
That's true.
You a lot of good points, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll like wine and dine him and talk about the future plans for Mishann and how.
Oh man, you ever done Everclear shots?
Yeah, that's maybe a bit extreme, but
send it.
I don't fucking care if I magically kills him. That's a bonus.
Yeah, there you go.
Send it.
Okay, so.
And I can't get drunk anymore, so I could just hey, no, man, we're just getting
drunken master gambit. Yeah.
I'm not. Hey, I could just keep getting sloshed, and yeah, I'm drinking with him. No bullshit, man. I ain't trying to do nothing.
All right, so setting up the meeting. It's a pretty prompt reply. Valexia von Ruthbeck, the owner of the shop you're going through, says that Kaladin has agreed to meet with you to discuss the explanation. He wants to meet specifically in the House Lyrander shipyard, a district that's still under construction, specifically at a tavern called the Windward Tavern, around noon tomorrow.
Really?
Sounds good to me.
It's a nice tavern.
Who knows?
Yeah, maybe I can get a tour of the shipyard and really see, like, the show floor, trying to sell me like the best new stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And in case you ask us any questions, where did we source this shit from again?
If I remember correctly, from DM's perspective, this was information about a unlooted, pristine giant site related to one of the ancient giant kingdoms in the back in the islands.
Mhm.
Yes, that's accurate.
And I believe it is the Kulkusp Island.
Yep.
Which is not actually unlooted. Well, no, technically it is. Like, it wasn't
Yeah,
looted.
it is now, but
The museum, it was never looted. The museum caretakers got up and took what was left with them. But
right. But I'm not telling Kaladin that.
No, obviously not. But I'm just saying, technically, it was never looted. So you're good.
Yeah, like we found some stuff like lying around outside, but we haven't been able to get properly inside yet, and there could be anything in there.
Yeah, a completely untouched giant ruin, it would be a treasure trove, as you guys witnessed firsthand when you walked around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Among other things, I'm sure he'd be interested in the Transcend Gate, and I can show off some of the planar magic that I've learned from that. I know that's more Orion's wheelhouse, but he's not going to be not interested.
Sure, nerd stuff. He's a nerd. Okay. So, was there anything you guys want to do the rest of the day, or do you want to just jump to tomorrow and?
Well, for sure. I don't necessarily think everyone in the party has to go if they don't want to, but I think Indigo's plan is to go to that district and probably go in disguise as in one of the guards and just go pay Eston a little bit of a visit and try to have a conversation.
Try and track down Eston for today.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to help with the tracking down.
Right.
Maybe Baltasar should go since he is Siren. He'll have a better time convincing her.
Okay. So,
Yep.
Is it an everybody trip, or is it? Is there anybody not want to go? I guess is the easier way to put it. Heading to Grindstone to look for this artificer lady.
Pick
Onyard wants to
she
talk to
always
her
liked
friend.
outside.
What?
I hear Pick likes outside and something. Pawnee, what was that?
I want to go and talk to my point of contact in the embassy to see if she's heard anything about.
Okay, that's fair. That's definitely an option. How direct are you going to be about style? Like, are you taking the party with you to talk to this person?
Oh, hell no. Jesus Christ, no.
I just wanted
But
to ask.
Jojo wants to talk to them.
I don't care if Jojo wants to talk to them.
You could take Pick and she'd have no idea what it was. She'd just like to go outside. Like
I mean,
anytime
that
someone's
is
like,
fair.
"You want to go outside?" and she's like, "Yeah, we go. It's good."
Okay.
Though this place does suck, it's still neat to see.
It's a beautiful city at sunset and sunrise. Very, there's some charming parts of it. I mean, as long as no one's stabbing you to death, it's parts of it are nice.
What did you think of that place? It is disgusting, but it is neat to look at.
Okay, New York City then.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it that loud, but yeah. Okay. So, a visit to a contact and a visit to Grindstone. Pawnee, are you gonna split off from them and meet up with them at Grindstone to do this, or
Sure.
what have you? Okay.
And I'll just explain it like I'll meet you guys in the district. I just want to go and talk to my point of contact to see if they've heard anything about this Caledon fellow.
Okay. All right. So, Pawnee and Pick are you gonna go with Pawnee? Is that okay for on Poniard's side of things if Pick goes with you, or?
It's okay either way.
I would prefer to go solo.
For that
just
particular,
because.
yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, there's been some yelling before. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
More like chewed out. I've been chewed out.
Yeah,
exactly.
but
you want to save up the outrage for when you really do something.
Which is probably
Yeah.
going to happen knowing the shenanigans that this party is involved in. But yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like D&D.
Couldn't happen.
Okay. But yeah, in that case, as Pawnee splits off from the rest of the party, you guys head into Grindstone. Overall, Southwatch still has the same mildly oppressive atmosphere. I won't say it's completely intolerable, but people are very careful. It's not doesn't even have the excuse of like Oldgate, where it's they have a neighborhood watch bullshit going on, but it's at least it is cleaner. Like it looks nicer. No, Southwatch is still pretty rough. It's just everybody's scared. But you don't have to worry about pickpockets, so that's something. But yeah, you head in, and I know, Indigo, you're going in a disguise. Are you disguise selfing, or did you just use a normal set? How you doing?
So initially, I'm not going to disguise, but I'll be taking mostly to the rooftops, stealthing, keeping out of sight.
Okay.
You know, my usual, and just trying to pick it out from above.
Okay, and so, but you're keeping pace with the party, or are you
Yes,
going off
yes.
the party? Just from the rooftops. Okay.
Yeah.
Batman. All right. Then give me a stealth check as you do this midday.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to. Oh, wow! I haven't had my character sheet open this entire game. That's great. I'm going to use my pass without a trace as well. Let's see, my character. Wow, they've changed the website. I use, for D&D, I use D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, no, it definitely looks different. All right, let's do this. Stealth plus pass without a trace. 28 or 38. Probably overkill, but
nah. I mean,
don't
to be fair, this does allow you to move at regular walking pace as opposed to like doing a careful crawl, because it is rooftops in the middle of the day. So normally it'd be pretty fucking easy to see somebody. I'm gonna say for flavor, you're moving from shadow to shadow. Like, it helps that the rooftops are not in any way uniform here. There's only a few parts of the city where they actually put proper roofs together. Most of the city is very like they're pretty proud that they incorporate a lot of unique elements into the architecture, which is another way to say it's shantytown built on top of shantytown.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like oddly uneven and weird like half boat used to make a roof that you can hide in the in the curvature of that type of thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah, you're up on the rooftop. Everybody else is walking into the district. Foot traffic does go through here, but anybody who lingers typically does just get watched, and then eventually, if you linger, they just come over and straight up ask, what are you doing in the district? The Swords of Karn are not subtle in the this is our turf vibe.
If he gets asked, Jotaro will immediately step up and, yes, I came because of swords of, due to the swords, because you seem to, I am from a place that is quite different, and I've been trying to study Kuavar things, and this entire city seems to be quite lawless, and yet this place is not lawless. I wanted to learn how.
Okay, so it's I like that. I mean, we'll see how it works, but I like the idea of it's somebody who goes into I don't like this particular I can't think of somebody who goes into like super authoritarian land and says,
He's a
"Man,
journalist.
yeah, I want to do a puff piece on the like Gestapo. Like what that's not a fair accurate. Yeah, I want to do a puff piece on the military that's occupying the city. What's your story, guys? I love it. I love everything about this. Okay. Okay. Um so
And it
that's
appeals to a sense of like superiority. It's like, oh well, you're not like those lawless heathens outside. This is great. Like they're like,
yeah.
yeah, that's what I've been saying.
Now here's a journalist with some chest hair.
He's a lizard person.
It's spiritual chest hair. You know what I mean? Yeah. Um
I didn't understand. I didn't get him at first, but he called me base, so I think you're in.
yeah, God. Okay. So, that is a fair opening move. Is Jotazo speaking for the group, or is this just Jotazo like playing as a backup for Jotazo? What's the overall vibe? Is everybody cool with that, or what do you want to do?
I'm fine. I love his idea.
Yeah,
Okay,
Purser
okay,
has no complaints.
Nick
okay.
is now struggling
Leo
between
kind of doesn't care about this mission, so he's not super gung ho
That
about it.
that's fair. That's
He's
fair.
here to
You
help
guys
his
are odd.
bros. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. And pick what we saying?
Oh, she's more struggling between like, okay, well, she was having a good time. She usually rides on Purser's shoulders, but the glowing one is also fun. So she just kind of bounces back and forth between them, depend on who's walking by the most interesting things.
Okay, yeah. It
me and Purser
is
playing like volleyball, just like
yeah,
like gently
In the
knocking it back
quad.
over the net.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Pick from your perspective, this part of the city is a lot of the older stonework has been hauled away, so it's a little bit less like sensory overwhelming, like a little bit overwhelming to the senses because the stones which had so many dreams in them have largely been replaced or like it's a lot quieter here, which does go with the people don't have any like the dreams from the average people aren't any more muted, but they do seem, a little bit more reserved than like you're not as likely to hear five guys completely shit-faced at 9 in the morning
Five
singing
guys.
a shanty going down the street as anywhere else in Stormreach. So
Okay. She would tell them. She'd say that this place was quieter. They moved the loud rocks.
Oh, well, that's. I'm happy to hear that. That's nice.
The ghost stones here, they moved all of the haunted rocks that make it loud. So it is much quieter here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
uh yeah, that's I and Purser has long since just adjusted to these situations.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jotazo as I would say probably surprisingly not a whole lot of Thrainish influence seen here or there, but one or two like Thrainish archers. But you see a Ondaran and a Carnathi come up, and I mean you can't really I mean you're not gonna be able to tell the difference, but to anyone else, yeah, Carnathi and Thrain, and they're what are you doing? What are you doing in Southwatch type thing? And if you immediately go into the spiel of this part of the city must be more like what Corvair really is type thing, they're gonna be confused. There's definitely a moment of blinking as much as anything else. And give me a persuasion check with advantage because it's what they want to hear. It's just completely out of left field. Okay, 14's not bad. Yeah, it's just like they kind of look back and forth, and they wait to see if there's a punchline to this, like where oh, just kidding, fascists, or something like that. They're waiting for because they probably weren't popular when they first set up here for understandable reasons. And
I'm not. Are they popular now? Like, or are they just tolerated?
they are tolerated now. Okay, it's Stormreach. Unpopular means people have stopped trying to jump you. Like it's
Gotcha. Yeah.
but yeah, so they blink a little bit. Well, that you don't hear that much. Where are you from, big fella?
It's the Caparan Islands, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I am from Caparan Islands, where a colony of Kuavar has been recently established. That my people have come in contact with them and have been. They have taught us many helpful things to deal with the thief elves. Thus, I try to learn as much as I can from the people of Kuavar, so I can help my people against the thief elves.
Well, that's good to hear. Uh, all right. Well, yeah, that's so you're here to learn more about swords. Is that what I think I'm getting here, friend?
Yes, that's why I am current. And it was my reason, my desire to come to Summer.
All right. Well, sure. You'd be the first we've gotten from a native group, but all right. Well, the before anything else, we're under Commander Drago Thul. Well, I mean, Warlord, and he's he's gonna try and bring back some strength to Corvair as a whole. That's what this is. That's what this is a taste of. We're trying to bring a little bit of order and draw out what made us strong as it's what made the High Kingdom of Galifar strong before the royalty, the blood basically turned to water. They don't have any kind of blessing anymore.
I see. Uh, that's not too dissimilar to the things that I've come to conclusion of. There are many, many tribes of lizard folk, and divided, the thief elves have abused us and attacked us. But if all the lizard folk come together, we will become a strong nation.
Well, I wish you luck on that. I don't think I can get him to meet you, but I can certainly. What's your name here, friend?
My name is Joto.
Jotazo. All right. I'll tell Warlord the Warlord about you. And maybe where are you staying at? Maybe we could set you up somewhere around here.
Oh God! Do not give the Jehovah's Witnesses our address.
Oh God.
We have a ship.
All right. Are you on it or? So you're on the docks then?
Yes. So be careful. If there's one place that definitely needs your group's influence, it is the harbor.
I heard about that. Damn shame.
Huh?
You say that as they go to answer the door and a proud Syrian nationalist opens the door.
I mean, they don't seem to have any issue with people being like having pride in national symbols, but like what comes before it is this Swords of Karn thing. They're all still wearing equipment that they got while enlisted. Nobody's taken off patches or anything, but they've added a new one that seems to supplant it. But,
I didn't expect like full sincerity out of Jotzo when he did this, like because So he rolled up and he's like, "Here's my social security number," and then they're like, "That's cool."
That's how they get you.
And then he's like, "I love authoritarianism, but fuck on there, I guess that place sucks."
Yeah.
And
They're
Blows.
they're willing to like discuss some things with. You know what? They're definitely willing to sit down and discuss basics of tactics and stuff with you, Jotazo. The Ondaran fellow especially seems sympathetic and tries to like hear about he's interested in the thief elves. You said they use magic. He's what magic? He wants to hear about that. Um, and the Karnathi kind of looks past Jotazo as it's kind of talking shop through two different accents. What about the rest of your friends here? They have a similar mind?
They come with me. You see, the city, as you heard, we have been attacked in other parts of Stormreach. It's dangerous to go.
Oh, god damn it.
All right, but they're Corvaran. See, like looks you guys up and down, kind of taking in some of them at least.
As I said, I am
you
trying
talking
to
think.
Yeah, as I said,
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Yeah, as I said, I am trying to get as many teachers from Kuava as possible.
Huh. All right. Well, as I said, be happy to have tell the warlord about you, and if you're really interested in helping out, we need every set of hands, even if they're unconventional.
At least they're not
and
racist.
your friends especially should come back. Are you going to the shop anywhere? We can escort you.
This is how you get roped into a timeshare.
This is more along the lines of like a cop pulls you over and is like, "Wait a minute, you got a crop top? Are you a white nationalist?" Well, no, I just have a. Hell yeah, brother! Let's drive you where you need to go. Like that. It's. They're willing to escort you, around Grindstone. Largely, you get the feeling to like show off. They're very proud that they brought some order here.
I see the group being pestered, and from a distance, I'm gonna spawn like my shadow in out of the corner, like in an alleyway, and then I'm gonna use minor illusion to like create a sound of a woman screaming thief, and then have like my shadow like run from like across like the from one alley into the another across the street behind the group.
Okay. Yeah, that's immediately they're both on it. The Ondaran Misty steps towards it. He is on your ass. And the Karnathi cursing runs off, his whole armor clanking, and says, "Careful where you go, Jotazo. It's thieves everywhere." And yeah, you guys successfully had like they'll talk to the warlord about you, and maybe he'll invite you. Who knows?
So now that distraction's out of the way, they weren't going to stop me from doing what I'm about to do, but
Wait, what are you about to do?
So,
Wizard.
So
I
didn't
like,
ask
we'll
what size the room was.
So they were gonna like escort us around, and I was gonna go like, "Oh, don't worry, we know where we're going," and then I was gonna cast locate person.
Oh, okay. Well, they're free. You're free to do so now. They're off chasing a thief.
See, how large was our target area?
Pretty large, I would say. Like, it's a I won't say it was an industrial zone, but it was definitely an area where things were probably stored when it came in out off the river before it was sent further down. So it's several warehouses at least. So like a city block or two.
So, just to clarify further, locate person has a range of 1,000 feet, so 1,000-foot radius circle.
Okay.
How many of those would I need to like maximally cover the area if it goes poorly?
I would say 3. I'd say you spam it 3 times, you're good.
Okay.
Assuming you're unlucky, like assuming it doesn't ping immediately.
Yep. So we'll just start on one end, and I'll cast locate person.
Even or odd, and roll a dice. Or actually, just pick even or odd, and I'll roll it. I'm sorry.
I'll say even, because odd numbers are of the devil.
Okay. Your first locate person doesn't immediately pick anything up.
And I'm like, I like cast a spell on an arrowhead in my hand, and it like spins around for a moment before dropping.
Okay.
And we'll just head on to the next target location and cast it again.
Okay. Same thing, even on.
I'll go even again.
Okay. No result again.
So
So
awesome.
and, well, no need to pick a side this time.
The need for symmetry is ruining your life, brother. Like you got.
There go all my spell slots.
The third casting does find your target. And Indigo, they successfully chase down your shadow pretty promptly. You'll give them credit. These guys can move.
Yeah.
To have it like throw,
Just
you know,
evaporate. Just
yeah, vanishes.
yeah.
And at that point, the Onderan starts casting detect magic, and like just has a familiar fly out and start circling the area. Like these guys are serious about this.
These
shit.
guys are very serious. I'm actually pretty.
Like you're fairly certain they're not going
On
to
it.
catch you, but it's like this would absolutely catch any but the
Any
most
like first
stealthy.
level like mage
Yeah.
thief.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll come back to getting into the warehouse where this person is, where Eston probably is.
So once the
In the
spell
next session.
finally works, the arrowhead just like ignites in silver flame, and I hold it up in front of us as we follow it.
Yeah, and ahead of you is what must be the warehouse from your vision. And yeah, we'll end it there for this week, as it's that time.
Next time.